An Incredible Hulk franchise ranking? Let's do it. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Antwood Movie Mania. In this video I'm going to be doing a top 4 Incredible Hulk movie franchise ranking. I'm only going to be doing the top 4 because I'm covering Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. I'm not doing Mark Ruffalo, Ed Norton or Eric Bana because Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno are the original Incredible Hulk for me. So let's get to it. In at number 4 is The Trial of the Incredible Hulk. Now the reason why I put this at number 4 is because to me, it just doesn't really feel like a Hulk film. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. Even though I love watching The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, I love how, for the first time in the full franchise, they changed the eyes. Now, this is the first time ever that they've used different eye contacts, which I found a bit weird because I like the original eye contacts. But I loved that they made him more, like they give him a darker green. This is the first time ever since we've seen a darker green since the pilot, like feature film. Because from the feature film, then we went into the series and they give him like a lighter green. I don't know if it was just to time constraints or whatever. But I loved how darker they made him. It made him look a lot more menacing around the eyes as well. And I loved the Hulk outs in the train station and especially in the courtroom. That was probably one of my favourite Hulk outs in that film. And we got to meet Daredevil for the first time, so that was good to see. And for the people who don't know, which you probably will, it is Stan Lee's first ever cameo appearance in the Marvel franchise, even though it wasn't really Marvel back then, it was just a feature film. So that's why The Trial of the Incredible Hulk is in at number 4. In at number 3 is The Death of the Incredible Hulk. Unfortunately, no one likes seeing the Incredible Hulk get blown up in a plane and then hitting the concrete. It was a sad film to watch, him and Bill Bixby die in that film. But I gotta say, this did feel like a Hulk film because the Hulk outs were incredible. Especially where he sat in the chair getting the laser in his skull, trying to get rid of all the gamma rays, and then all things go wrong and you see him break out the chair and he takes on a full SWAT team. That was amazing to see. But the story with Dr. Pratt, I thought that was great as well. And where the two trucks try to crush them, what are they called? But like digger trucks try to crush them together, and then he smashes through the car. And for the final ever time, you get to see him change on the airplane runway. That really hit me. And yeah, I feel like number 4 is like a great film to watch. But it's very sad as well. A great film and a sad film to watch at the same time. But still, it's a Hulk film, so it's really good to see. And Bill Bixby talking about how he gets discovered as David Banner, and he gets to talk about all the things that's happened through his journey. That was really nice touch to see as well. So that is why Death of the Incredible Hulk is in at number 3. And at number 2, it is the pilot. The Incredible Hulk pilot, where everything happens at the beginning, where it goes under the gamma ray machine and it goes into him. And we see him Hulk out for the first time. Now for me, the very first time you see him Hulk out is probably the best Hulk out you'll ever see on screen for Bill Bixby, because it happens with he gets so frustrated with the rain and the lightning, and then he tries to fix the tyre and he slices his hand open. Then you see him turn, and it's like such a slow transition turn that like his face starts getting bigger, and then everything happens, and then you see the Hulk for the first time. It's such a good shot. Like if they could have kept that going like through the full franchise, like and the films, it's just a bit of a shame because everywhere else you just see him like, you know, his face turning grey, which is a bit weird, and then green, and then like through the first season it was great, but then it just came to like, due to time constraints and everything, you just see his clothes ripping and then he turns into the Hulk. But it's still all good to see. And then at the end, you've got the dream sequence as well. That's good, where he's dreaming, and he's like screaming at the car, and then the camera shot goes into his eyes. That's a really nice bit of cinema there. And then the lab explosion at the end. That is a highlight of the film as well, where he tries to save her, and unfortunately she dies, which is such a shame. And then you see how emotional Hulk can actually be. So it's good bit of cinema, like to show how gentle, how angry he can get, and how kind he can still be. But for me, if you watch this channel, I have expressly said that, like, when back in the 90s, that you can't, when DVDs weren't around and you had to like have VHS, and you can't just go into, you had like video stores and everything like that. And I used to rent, where is it? I used to rent the pilot on video VHS every day. And then, if you've watched this channel, I've probably told it before, but I'm going to say it again. I used to rent the video every day, and then when I went in to buy it, the video store got robbed, and they took the video, which was like so heartbreaking. And then it took me years to track it down. I had to put ads in the newspaper, go on to car boot sales, ask friends and family, and like no one could get it. And then finally on the Sci-Fi channel, it came on with the series. Then I managed to get it on record. I had the video case ready to go. So I finally got my hands on it, and then DVDs came out, and then the internet blew up, and then you can just watch it anywhere and everywhere. So the struggle was real. If you lived back in the 90s, anyone who lives in the 90s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But that is why it's at number 2. And at number 1 is the return of the Incredible Hulk, which is on right now. This is probably my favourite out of a lot of them, because you get introduced to Thor. The Hulk outs are great. Everything about it. He's taking on mercenaries. He hulks out in the lab. Him and Thor fight it over. So it's just such a great, fun film to watch, a superhero film to watch before everything Marvel that came out over the last 10 years or whatever. This was what it was all about for everyone who lived in the 80s and 90s. So that is my top 4 ranking of the Incredible Hulk franchise. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you don't like it, don't make me angry. As always, I'm Antwood Movie Mania. Please leave your likes and comments, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.